All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our masterclass for nurses, where we are going to reveal to you the ultimate nurse freedom blueprint. We're just going to get right into it. Super excited to go over this with you guys. So we are going to cover today, we're going to cover the ultimate offer that we partner with that has you prioritize your health and wealth and that allows you to earn passive income. We are also going to go over how to attract leads to that offer so you're not having to pester your friends and family. We are going to also show you how we automate that offer so you're really able to maximize your time and ultimately speeding up and maximizing your success. And then next, we're going to talk about leveraging mentorship and community because let's face it, like who doesn't want to have a community to do things with? And that way you're not doing it alone. You have running partners, you have accountability partners, and you're not having to spend thousands and thousands of dollars on masterminds. So we do put this in here in the very beginning. This is an income and earnings disclaimer. We are in this presentation, we're just showing you what's possible. We're not necessarily saying that if you come in and do this, this is what you are going to earn. There's no guarantees here, promises, or anything like that. It's literally just showing you what's possible and showing, what can be done and the power of this business model. So for those of you who do not know me, my name is Allie Hoffman. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story. We're all going to introduce ourselves. So I was a cardiac nurse, ICU nurse, most of my career, and I got really, really burnt out. I turned stay-at-home mom, but still, really felt like I wanted to do something, really wanted to be able to help people, but I didn't want to be away from my family. I had gone back to work a few times since my son was born, and I've always been called home, and I've always had a passion for health and wellness. And just as I've gotten older and also becoming a mom too, it really kickstarted my passion for wellness and wanting to help others. And so before I found this opportunity, I was actually doing a low ticket network marketing opportunity. And I had a huge vision for myself, a big vision for myself to retire my husband and just all the things, right? Well, I totally wasn't seeing the success that I had hoped for in that. It was it's kind of laughable now. Like I shouldn't even say that, not laughable, but I mean, I barely even, I made enough basically to cover my products that were required to purchase. So I didn't see the success that I wanted to see there. And so I was feeling really burnt out with that then and frustrated about it and kind of a little bit resentful. And this opportunity actually came to me a couple different ways from a couple different people. And so, funny enough, a friend of mine, her name's Katie, a friend, that's who my mentor is, a friend of mine, she was in the same team of the network marketing company that we were with. And so we were friends, and I saw her talking about this opportunity on socials, as most of you probably did that are here watching this. And I asked her, I was like, "Hey, is this that thing?" And she said, "Yes, it is." And so as soon as I watched an opportunity video like the one you're watching right now, I was like, "Oh my gosh, like I would be silly not to do this. Like sign me up. I'm ready to go." And just like ever since then, I saw the vision and just saw what it could really do for myself, my health, my family, our future, and really the impact that I could make. And really because I'm very much a nurse at heart and I love to help others. So this was just it for me, and I haven't looked back. I haven't looked back. So I am super passionate about helping other nurses and moms not only transform their financial situation, but creating an impact on others and helping them really become the best version of themselves, and also so that way they can help the wellness of their family. I'm going to turn it over to Danielle. And before do you start, Danielle, I want to give Danielle a shout out because she just started with us a few weeks ago. She's already doing her own webinar. She's already having conversations with so many people, and I have no doubt in my mind that she's going to knock this business out of the park. So without further ado, go ahead and take it away, Danielle.
Thank you, Allie. I'm super excited to be a part of this as well. I know she mentioned and touched on mentorship, and that has literally been the best part of joining this team of women. So, about me, I am a family nurse practitioner. I work full time as a family nurse practitioner, and I also own a medical spa. That was kind of my future passion, the medical spa, and I kind of jumped full feet into the deep end with that about 2 years ago. It'll be in April. And then I also am a wife and then a mom of two toddlers under the age of 5. So I have been in nursing for almost 10 years now, which is kind of crazy to say, but same situation kind of that Allie was having where I was becoming more and more burnt out. So then, of course, I went into working the 9 to 5 as a nurse practitioner, thinking like this is what it's gonna take for me to, not feel the burnout. And honestly, it's quite daunting. It's the same thing over and over every single day. And I was kind of talking to Allie today too about just like having that complete pull between being a mom and being a woman in business and in corporate America. And so when this presented itself actually from my mentor, it took me a couple months to actually even watch the video that she had sent me. But I finally was sitting at work and I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch this video, see what this is about. And as soon as I did, it was a 100% no brainer. It was something that I had to do. I, talked it over with my husband, and then I even talked it over with another mentor of mine and locally, my chiropractor, who's a really good person in business, and he too is part of this, um, network. But Abby, my mentor, and Allie and Bree, another girl on our team, really resonated with me and definitely showed me a lot of leadership and welcoming and a lot of mentorship. So I am super excited to also help and support other busy moms like myself achieve their optimal potential and set yourselves up for freedom and success. So that being said, yeah, we'll turn it over to Rachel.
Thank you, Danielle.
Hello, we're so excited to have you on our team, Danielle. My name is Rachel. I've been an ICU nurse, um, and I am a single mom of 5 great kids that range from 20 years old all the way down to my baby who's a 2 year old. So we stay very busy. I've been in the healthcare industry for about 18 years. And prior to this opportunity, I was working anywhere from 70 to 80 hours every single week consistently, making a really good income, but barely seeing my kids. I was travel nursing, I was working at home, I was doing per diem shifts, I was working nights, days, all over the place, and really just like squeezing in family time wherever I could find it. And I didn't want that to be our speed anymore. My kids have always been my priority. And it felt like they were not being shown that they were my priority, even though I was working to provide a life for us. They were missing out on me, and I was missing out on them. Since coming into this opportunity, I've managed to cut my working hours all the way down almost in half to like 40 to 50 hours per week. And 50 is a long week for me. That's if they really talk me into an extra shift somewhere. So it's been a huge improvement overall just in our quality of life. And my goal for 2025 is to really go all in with this business, put a ring on it, fully automate it, and just be present for my family. I love nursing. That has always been my calling and my passion. And I have no intention of leaving the bedside, but I would love to do it on my terms and like just make it a hobby whenever I feel like it. So that said, let's get into the offer a little bit. You've heard all of our stories. You know why we're here. So let's see if this is for you. This is for you if you're burnt out from the demands of healthcare, if you're feeling torn between your job and your family or your job and your personal life, if you're underpaid for the work you do and you feel like you're just trading far too much time for the compensation you're seeing in return, or if you feel trapped in a really rigid work schedule. If you're looking for better work-life balance, flexibility in your schedule and lifestyle, an opportunity to get compensated what you deserve for the effort you're putting in, and personal growth that healthcare doesn't provide, then this is definitely for you. And we can help you with all of those things. So this is a great quote from a book called The 4 Hour Work Week, written by Tim Ferriss. And my favorite part of this quote is actually the second half. It says, the key to a successful life is to get clear on your dream life first, then find an income stream that supports that dream life. Because we're talking about the keys to success and freedom here in this webinar. That's what we really want to focus on. That's not how much most people do it. And if you look at the first half of the quote, that's exactly what he says. Most people are finding an income stream and then finding a way to enjoy life based on that income that they're making and in the small pockets of time that it allows. And that's just not optimizing life. That's not what we're meant to do in life. We're meant to have a great, successful, free life that we can enjoy. So what does freedom mean to you? And what would your dream life look like? We all kind of shared what our reasons were for coming in. Those are our big whys and what that freedom goal looked like to us that brought us here. Now we want to invite you to think about what this means to you. So to get started with that, let's talk about where you are right now. I would invite you to look at the list to the side of this slide. Health, wealth, time, family, mindset, community, contribution, and celebration. If you could rate each of those things from 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest, meaning you wouldn't want to change anything about it, your life is perfect in that area, to 1 being like you're really stuck there and you really want something different. Just sit and reflect on that for a minute and think about where you are right now. All right, next slide. Anytime we're talking about success and freedom and goals and what our life looks like in the future, we're basically designing a roadmap for ourselves. And that's why we invite you to reflect on where you are right now with these things. Because anytime that you're going on a road trip and you're trying to draw out that roadmap or type it into your Apple Maps or whatever you're doing to get there, you need to know where you're starting. So what we just reflected on is where you're starting right now. Now let's talk about our destination. 12 months from now, if you could wave a magic wand, what would those same areas of your life look like for you? And what needs to change for this to happen? That's the roadmap we're going to draw out here tonight. So the ultimate freedom blueprint, when we talk about true freedom, you have to have these 4 components. It's not just one thing, because having freedom in just one area usually means you're sacrificing something in another area. So to have true freedom, we need all 4 elements, and that's true health, being able to prioritize your wellness and your family's wellness and your home environment. True wealth, meaning that not only have you secured your finances and you are financially free in the moment, but you've also thought about your financial future and prepared for that and generations to come. Leverage time, being able to create more time in your life and have choice about how you spend your time, what you do for yourself and what activities you personally do versus what you can pass off to other people. And then location flexibility. And often when we talk about location flexibility, I feel like really frequently people are thinking like you can travel the world, you can work from anywhere, you can disconnect, you can get away for a few days, and your business is still running in the background. And that's all true. And that's all fantastic. And those are all great goals to have. But even if you bring it down to a day-to-day location flexibility, it can be so important. I recently worked for a company that their big draw was to allow employees to work from home half of the time. But this was like a privilege that you had to earn. And they would play with that privilege very frequently, just take it away from people. There was no clear cut performance goal that you had to meet, but they would say that you couldn't work from home based on your performance. So even just bringing it down to that scale, and what does it mean to have somebody controlling you, telling you when or where you have to be, even to work and even to live day to day? And then you bring it out to the bigger picture. And are you able to just take off for a few days and go with your family? As nurses, often we enjoy that kind of location freedom, but not fully, because there's still a schedule that we answer to. There's a location that we're tied to. If you work a call schedule, there's a certain distance that you're allowed to be away from your employment at any time. So those are all big picture location things to think about, as well as like just the day to day. How does it feel to have somebody controlling where you are day in and day out? So in order to get your time and money and health back, you must be willing to invest both time and money, because if you're not changing it, you're choosing it. We like to say that a lot on our team. That's one of our mantras, because you are in control of your life. You are 100% choosing your own destiny. So if you're not changing it and you don't like where you are, you're choosing to stay there. So now let's talk about the differences in income that you can earn. Are you right now earning leveraged income or linear income? We'll break down the difference between the two. So linear income is what most people think of when they think of earning an income. This is your mainstream paycheck that comes based on the hours you work. It keeps the bills paid in most cases, hopefully, not always. But it's going to be hard to build the future that you desire if you only have this one source of income, because it is directly tied to an exchange for your time and your effort. So if you stop working, so does your pay. That's linear income in a nutshell. Leveraged income is the idea of having the time and effort you put in on the front end give you exponential results in terms of earnings in years to come. So in other words, with leveraged income, you put in a lot of work up front, and then you're generating recurring profits. You learn to automate that effort. You learn to start kind of hiring some of the tasks and day-to-day operations out. And in the grand scheme of things, you're earning without really any effort on your part. If you don't find money to make if you if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, then you will work until you die. It's another great quote. So, once you decide that you would rather be making leveraged income, because who wouldn't, then it's time to ask yourself, what is the best way to go about that? And Allie kind of touched on this a little bit with where she came from and some of her background. There's a lot of options out there right now, especially on social media. Like, there is a lot of noise about how you can make leveraged income. And the reality is that probably any of those ways work to earn income. You can make any of them work for you. But we're talking about the ultimate offer, because again, we want that straight shot roadmap. We want the least turns, the least holes. We just want to get where we're going. So we want the most optimized offer. So here's the difference. Creating your own offer usually requires a high investment up front, in some cases, upwards of six figures. And then in many other online businesses, you're likely to have to do everything. You may not have a team backing you up in the beginning, and you may not have the financial resources to hire things out and give tasks off. So you're really wearing all the hats, and you're hustling a lot to build your product and your systems and everything that you need. Most businesses in that process, they're not going to turn a profit for 3 to 5 years on average. And so often working alone or investing mentorship, it really does come with higher costs up front. Even though it may not feel like it some days, you might think that you're getting a great deal or that you can get into this with no money up front. That's really just not the case. You're going to put in a lot of your own blood, sweat, and tears, your own time, your own money to get this thing off the ground. Versus what we do, which is affiliating with an already established offer. It's a much lower upfront investment. You're not putting in near as much as your own capital upfront. And oftentimes, we even look for ways to get you started with none of your own money in the game upfront, which Allie's going to talk a lot about later. This offer already has access to really valuable tools and resources because it's already been done. It's already established. So you don't have to go through all those growing pains that you would establishing your own offer. You get to partner with a product that people already really want and need, that has, I think, over 50 years of proven results and testimonials behind it. You're usually in profit after just 3 to 5 sales, with a potential to generate leveraged income within that many sales. So just a couple of sales, and you're already on your way to earning and growing exponentially, which is the goal. You also get to collaborate with like-minded individuals and access high levels of mentorship without any high costs for those containers, because we already have a great community in place of not just us who would be here to guide you, but also all the people that have come before us in this offer in our broader community. So let's break down the ultimate offer that we partner with. The bigger the problem, the bigger the paycheck. We know this. This is logic, right? If people need it, it's you're going to make more money meeting those demands. It's supply and demand, right? Basic economics, if we all think way back to middle school. So, two of the most Googled questions right now are, how do I create extra income? How do I improve my health and well being? Because often what is happening is we are giving all our time to generate income, and then we're spending all that income on the health that we're sacrificing while we're giving all our time to generate income. So those aren't just random questions. This is a true problem, and it's a global crisis. It's not just this country, it's everywhere. Right now, people are facing really bad sickness, financial instability in really every market globally. And the truth is that more than ever, people are searching for ways to not just survive, but thrive, to plan for the future, to not feel like they're in this constant survival mode anymore. They want to break free. So it's time to take control of your health and wealth, because the solutions are out there waiting for you. So what we do is we look at the real pains and problems that people have, the dreams and goals, and how they would rather live and earn. We connect them with our solution. And then when they buy, you get paid a commission. And I'm going to turn it over to Danielle to break down just how that looks.
Thank you, Rachel. Yeah, so we were talking like the bigger the problem, the bigger the paycheck. And basically, as nurses, we know that physical and financial health are very much intertwined, and we see that in our everyday workload. And neglect one of them, and then obviously the other will suffer. So true success is achieving balance in both your physical health and your financial health. So, the very real crisis that we are helping with is our water. Our water is meant to obviously nourish our body. Our body is made up of mostly water. And it is now a source of toxins with chlorine in every drop and microplastics found even in the bottled option. We're not just drinking or bathing in water, we are ingesting chemicals and disrupting our bodies that ultimately drain our health. The invisible threats on our health in a world filled with electromagnetic fields and unseen frequencies. The impact on our children is alarming, from disrupted sleep to developmental issues. The inevitable threats are reshaping the way that our health looks currently and for the future. And then the chemical overload. So toxins have infiltrated every corner of our lives. They are literally everywhere. I know that I personally have taken a bigger stand in noticing what is going into not only my body, my kids' bodies, but what are we putting on our bodies as far as detergents and other chemicals that we use on a daily basis. And anywhere from cleaning products we use to the food we eat, the chemical load on our bodies is relentless, and it's leading to a lot of chronic health problems and a future where wellness is harder and harder to achieve. And a lot of people are kind of waiting until all of those chronic health problems are upon them before they are taking that initial step to the wellness side. So, did you know an average person ingests about 5 grams of plastic per week? That's roughly the size of your credit card, largely from water and food contamination. Chlorine is a common water additive, and it creates harmful byproducts called THMs. Studies show that long-term exposure to the THMs can lead to various health issues, including respiratory issues, skin irritation, and an increased risk of liver, kidneys, and the central nervous system damage. According to studies, over 90% of the global population is now exposed to levels of electromagnetic fields higher than those recommended for health. The EMF radiation from everyday devices like your cell phone and Wi-Fi can disrupt things such as sleep and cognitive function. Sleep disorders among children have increased significantly, with over 25% of children now experiencing sleep-related issues, which some studies do connect with EMF exposure. The average adult is exposed to over 700,000 different chemicals every day, from household products, foods, and pollutions, and chronic disease linked to toxin exposure, such as asthma, autoimmune disorders, and cancers, are on the rise, affecting 6 out of every 10 adults in developed countries. And I can definitely say I have seen a lot of individuals anywhere from the age of 20 up coming in with um, unexplained illnesses and different things that pop up in the autoimmune world. And thinking about the autoimmune disorders and diseases, you know even 10 years ago, there was not near what we are seeing in today's healthcare. So the very real wealth crisis. So not only are the toxins and the EMGs and everything affecting our um, physical health, but the cost of living is on the rise, causing a burden on our financial and mental health. So inflation is more than numbers on a chart. It is a daily reality for many individuals and families. The cost of living is skyrocketing, wages are remaining the same, and it is leaving many struggling to cover even the basics. One income anymore is not enough. The security of a single income stream is a myth. Job stability is fading, and relying on one paycheck in today's economy is a risk that most can't afford to take. Side hustles were once seen as a way to thrive, and now it is one is needed to even survive at this point. A lot of people, myself included, because I was 1000% unaware and unknown to debt and good, bad, all the things. So poor financial decisions has led to an alarming rate of bad debt for many individuals with rising interest rates and growing expenses. People find themselves caught in a cycle of financial stress, nearly making it impossible to build the wealth and the freedom that they deserve, and even the um, legacy income that we will talk about. So we're just kind of spinning our hamster wheel, trying to make ends meet, where we are then stressing about what the heck are we going to do in the future, or what's our future going to look like when we're no longer working for that paycheck. Did you know in the last few years that global inflation has risen sharply, with the food and energy prices up at least 20 to 30% in many regions, outpacing wage growth? And I think a lot of us, almost all of us, can agree that we have felt that in some way, shape, or form. And approximately 63% of people report living paycheck to paycheck, unable to save or invest for their future. Research indicates that 40% of jobs are now freelance or contract based, offering little job security or benefits, a stark contrast to the traditional job stability of our previous generations. Nearly 45% of adults now report needing a second job or a side hustle to meet basic expenses, highlighting the new economic reality. Consumer debt levels, like we discussed a little bit earlier, have reached record highs, with the average household carrying over $90,000 in just bad debt alone, and credit card interest rates are rising significantly. Financial stress is one of the leading causes in marital breakdowns, up to 41% of divorces citing financial problems as one of their primary reasons for divorce. AI is also predicted to replace at least 30% of jobs in the next decade. So that's kind of a scary percentage to think about. You know, something just going in and replacing you, and replacing your income. So, the ultimate offer, what does that mean? So, we are using an entire health system with 4 key products to enhance your overall health, unlock your wealth, and then protect the environment, all in one big bundle. And then not only are we adding all of those into one bundle, but we are adding on generational wealth or legacy income. And it's a highly profitable and fair commission structure that offers the generational wealth opportunities for you and your family. And that is one of the main things that had me saying, absolutely, let's go. My financial situation for my future has been on the forefront of our brain, as we are working on, setting things up for our kids in our future. And that was one of the biggest things that I said, let's do this. So now we need to talk about what's really in the water that you are consuming and why is what we have to offer, so important. So, our everyday water supply is often full of a cocktail of harmful substances. And by understanding what's in our water, we can make more informed decisions on how to purify or protect the water that we and our families consume every day. So, some of the most concerning hidden dangers found in the water are chemicals and drugs, antibiotics, hormones, painkillers, odor and sediment, rust, chlorine, fluoride, heavy metals, lead, mercury, arsenic, and carcinogens. These hidden elements form harmful byproducts that may increase the risk of disease, reproductive health issues, and even certain cancers when consumed for long periods of time. And the likes of chlorine can disrupt gut health by altering the balance of the beneficial bacteria, leading to many digestive problems, respiratory issues, and skin irritations. And I will also note that the scary part is that a lot of the water treatment areas and plants are just following their guidelines, and the fact that we allow this to be happening to our water is a little unnerving. So, the type of water you drink is the wealth of your body. So what type of water are you drinking? Are you drinking spring water, which is not as pure as it appears? They all seem like a healthy choice, but often they have hidden dangers. Without thorough purification, it can contain contaminants like the heavy metals, the PFAs, and chlorine, which can pose long-term health risks. Additionally, as an open water source, it is susceptible to harmful bacteria, viruses, and protozoa, including E. coli and Giardia. Filtered water or is a partial solution. Common home filters remove some contaminants but leave behind harmful substances like heavy metals or THMs. Filters also don't restore beneficial materials, leaving water less than ideal for optimal health. Bottled water, it's convenient, but it definitely comes at a cost. 93% of bottled water tested contains microplastic particles. These tiny plastics, when ingested, are known to cause serious disruption to the endocrine system by blocking hormones from attaching to their receptor sites. It also adds to the environmental waste and often lacks proper mineral content for long-term health. Rainwater, not as pure and as natural as it seems, often very acidic and can carry pollutants picked up from the atmosphere, including heavy metals, chemicals, and then harmful microorganisms. Reverse osmosis water, that's one of the bigger things I hear about when talking about our products is, well, what about reverse osmosis? But it's missing some things, and it's because it removes impurities, but also strips all of the beneficial material of the water, leaving the water slightly acidic and lacking in taste, but it may discourage adequate hydration due to its flat taste. Distilled water, is it good? Is it bad? It is actually stripped of essential minerals like calcium and magnesium, and that leads to deficiencies. It is also slightly acidic, which may disrupt your body's natural pH. Nanoplastics are invading human cells, carrying toxic chemicals and posing a serious threat to our health. Experts are warning that nanoplastics are the most dangerous form of plastic pollution, capable of invading human cells and depositing toxic chemicals like bisphenols, PFAs, and heavy metals found in the placenta, lungs, blood, and feces. These particles disrupt cellular function and pose a serious health risk. We are underestimating the PFAS threats with much of our global water supply above safe levels. PFAs are forever chemicals, are present in everyday items like cookware and cosmetics. They don't degrade in the environment or our bodies, leading to persistent contamination. And recent studies show that much of our groundwater exceeds safe PFA levels, highlighting a growing health and environmental risk that calls for stricter monitoring and regulation. Did you know that approximately 200 million metric tons of plastic ends up in our oceans? So all of those plastic water bottles that, people are running for the smart water and the Fiji water, but as those plastics break down, they release toxic chemicals, contaminating marine food chains and ultimately threatening human health. The impact extends beyond wildlife, affecting coastal economy, damaging coral reefs, and polluting our beaches. The future of our oceans and our own well being depends on urgent action to curb the plastic pandemic. So, the choice you make today could help change all of that we discussed. And I am going to turn it over to Allie to speak more on that.
All right. Thank you, Danielle. Great job. So we're going to go ahead and talk further about the products now. So you are, and I don't know if the name was said earlier. The company that we are partnered with is Enagic. In case you guys didn't catch that on the further slides, I know the little icon of like our faces might have been covering something. So I just wanted to make sure. So we're all about water. That's what this company is about. It's the main flagship product. So we're all about unlocking true hydration and health. So as healthcare professionals, we know that our bodies are about 70% water, maybe plus or minus a little bit depending on your body composition if you're male, female. And so we know that being said, and the it's by volume 70%, and then it's 99.9% water by molecular number. So that's making our hydration very critical to our overall health. So poor quality water and dehydration actually impair the body's ability to eliminate toxins, and it ends up creating an acidic environment that really promotes inflammation when we really want to be reducing inflammation. And it actually promotes chronic health issues. Like a lot of when I first got into this, I didn't really realize, but they have all these chronic health conditions and diseases, but like a lot of them aren't necessarily sick. They're just dehydrated. They've been drinking, not the best quality water. So like their body really is just like so thirsty. I wouldn't say dying of thirst, but like the lack of the proper hydration has really just caused them to feel sick. And the inflammation and acidosis are often linked to fatigue, digestive problems, joint pain, long-term illnesses, and as supported by health research. Like I just said, you're not sick, you're thirsty. Like I had never heard of that before, so check that one out. That's a great book. So change your water, change your life. That is one of Enagic's slogans, if you will, or mottos. So we have hydration that really heals, and we're going to talk about why Kangen water compares. So Kangen water provides hydration on a cellular level. So it enhances hydration. It reduces oxidative stress, which we know, as Danielle spoke about, all these toxins that are now in our environment that we're putting on our skin. We have all this oxidative stress that's building up in our bodies, and it ensures the body is properly detoxified. So it provides optimal health outcomes, faster recovery, and improved health when you switch to Kangen water, which we're not making any health claims here, but there are many studies out there you can look up, and supporting the detoxification process at a cellular level. So the cool thing about Kangen water is it's actually molecular hydrogen. So it's H2. It is, and it's one of the most potent antioxidants out there in liquid form. So it's an antioxidant superpower essentially. So molecular hydrogen-rich water is a very potent antioxidant content. It's compared to any other liquid on the planet, and it actually crosses the blood-brain barrier. So it can actually help with, and again, not making any health claims, but it can actually help with mental health issues and also support better nervous system functions, detoxification, and anti-aging. So consuming 1.5 liters of this water per day is the equivalent to hundreds of fruits and vegetables. Like that's huge, you guys. Like who struggles to get in fruits and vegetables every single day? I know I do, especially trying to get my toddler to eat fruits and vegetables. Like forget it, Like at least can know that he's getting something really good with his health by him drinking Kangen water. So fuel your body with the purest water. Our K8, that's our Kangen water ionizer. That is our flagship product. It transforms your tap water into hydrogen-rich, ionized water, which again, it supports your hydration at the cellular level. So like if you were to just go and drink some filtered water and then go like run around the block, don't, we have like, I'm sure most of you have probably done this where you are feeling like, oh man, like my stomach is really full. Like the water is like literally, I can hear it like, moving around in my stomach. It's not like that with when you drink Kangen water. It is absorbed and it's like in your body because it hydrates you at the cellular level, like it permeates the cells a lot faster than just drinking regular tap water or regular filtered water would. And so drinking the Kangen water also balances out the body's pH levels, it combats acidosis, and it supports long-term vitality, energy, and well-being. And as well as reducing inflammation, which a lot of us, again, like a lot of people are suffering from inflammation from all these different things because of the things that we're putting on our bodies, the things that we're eating. All these different toxins are causing inflammation in the body. So this water really, really supports your body to get back to that homeostasis and to reduce the free radicals and oxidative stress. So another really, really cool thing about this machine is not only does it give you the best water that you can get, is that it also replaces almost every single household product that you have in your home. So you can literally turn it into an all-purpose cleaner. You can use it as a laundry detergent, a stain remover, a deodorant, a fabric softener, a disinfectant, hand sanitizer, mouthwash, like you name it, like stain, or I said stain remover already, makeup remover, a toner, like so many different things. It's amazing. And they also last, if you look here, they last 25 years or more, saving the average family of four about $2,000 a year. And so obviously this is going to vary a little bit, but I mean, it's pretty incredible like how long this system can last you as long as you take good care of it. So don't just take our word for it. Like I said before, this water, it really is healing water. So I know all of us here, we're medical professionals, so we we understand that we need to use the proper sources. We're not using Wikipedia. We're not just gonna like search things on Google. We need to make sure that we're using proper, valid sources such as PubMed or Google Scholar. So go on there, take a look for yourself and, either search like hydrogen rich water. We have it up here, so you can come back to the slide, hydrogen-rich water, or over here, search some, either of these verbiages. Electrolyzed reduced water is another name for it, or molecular hydrogen water. And you'll find a bunch of studies about the health benefits and just all the things. You could really go down a rabbit hole on it. All right, so we're going to move on to the next product. How Danielle did, mention before, we are not only drinking the water, we're bathing in the water, right? So our water, every single bath that we're taking, it's actually posing a risk to our health because there's chlorine and heavy metals in tap water that is like seeping into your skin and it's stripping away the natural oils of your skin and it's irritating your skin and especially sensitive skin. Like how many people have kids that their kids have eczema or they get rashes really easily or like they break out easily from whatever you're putting on their skin. Maybe it's like a lotion or like a body wash or something, or like maybe baths just really irritate their skin or dry them out a lot. Well, it's because there's a bunch of chlorine and nasty stuff in the water. And so chlorinated and chemically treated water just doesn't rinse off. Like it gets absorbed into your body. Your skin is your body's largest organ. So if you think about it, like just a few minutes in the shower every single day, like your body is absorbing a ton of chlorine and heavy metals just from that daily shower that you're taking. And it's posing a serious risk on your immune system and your respiratory health. The chemicals that are lurking in our tap water, they can cause more than just skin irritation. Like I said, prolonged exposure can weaken your immune system. It increases inflammation in your body and also the respiratory issues. So the next product is the Anespa. It's basically a home spa. It's your shower and like spa experience. So it basically is mimicking a Japanese hot spring. And so this shower is kind of like a shower filter. So this shower filter is removing the chlorine and the harmful contaminants and chemicals in the water, so that way your skin is left moisturized and rejuvenating and your skin's nice and soft, your hair is soft, and it's eliminating any skin issues and sensitivities that you're having. And it promotes relaxation and wellness, and it really does feel like a home spa experience. So the silent trigger for inflammation and poor immunity. So as we know, a lot of our foods, excuse me, I have a little itch. A lot of our foods and everything that we consume is, even if we think it's healthy, we're really, a lot of our fruits and vegetables are being stripped of the nutrients because of like the chemicals they're putting on them and all the things. So really, we require supplementation. And when you don't get it consistently or you have an inadequate amount of it, it can accelerate your susceptibility to chronic illnesses. Without high quality supplements, your body may end up suffering from inflammation, poor immunity, and nutrient deficiencies. And a lot of the standard supplements out there actually lack the bioavailability. Like you might think, oh, great, like I'm taking XYZ, like I should be good. But a lot of times, they don't have that bioavailability. So that way your body's absorbing it and it's really just making them less effective and improving in your health. So our next product is the Ukon. It is a turmeric supplement. So Ukon offers a high-grade organic turmeric supplement. It's known for the anti-inflammatory and immune-boosting properties. It's rich in curcumin. Ukon helps reduce inflammation, it helps improve digestion, and it helps strengthen the immune system. And it is actually made in a unique fermentation process that enhances the bioavailability of it and it ensures that your body absorbs it. So on to the next one, the M-Guard. That was the EMF one that Danielle touched on earlier. So the harmful effects of constant EMF exposure. EMFs are everywhere, right? We're constantly using our devices, our laptops, our tablets, our Wi-Fi is always on. We always have Bluetooth. We're all walking around with our AirPods in. I'm so guilty of that. And I'm actually like, I need to stop. I really want to just go back to the old school like headphones. The prolonged EMF exposure has been linked to increased stress and heart issues, anxiety, weakened immune systems, and potential for long-term health issues. And using all of these devices and these appliances can actually cause the sleep disturbances, cause fatigue, and lead to brain fog. And children and pregnant women are actually more susceptible to these things, and also people who already have chronic health issues may be especially vulnerable to these harmful effects. So, and these can be reduced with the latest technology. This is the newest product here at Enagic. So the M-Guard acts as a protective barrier. It neutralizes the environment and reduces the harmful EMF exposure in your home, your office, or your personal environment. It safeguards your family for their family's well-being and promoting better sleep, reduced stress levels, and enhanced energy levels. So with easy portability, M-Guard offers peace of mind by providing you constant or continuous EMF protection wherever you go. It's easy to travel with. So Enagic is a powerful partnership because this company has been around for 50 years. We just celebrated 50 years the middle of 2024. And Mr. Ashiro, that is the owner of the company, he has a 500-year vision for the company. It's pretty incredible. So I feel very confident about the fact that we're not going anywhere. Like we're here for the long haul. Things are just now getting started at 50 years. They're really pioneers in health and wellness, and creating products that enhance your health, your wealth, and the environment. We have the flagship product, the K8, that provides the electrolyzed reduced water and restores your body to an optimal state. That machine has over 68 uses, so it's really cool. If you want to get more information on the 68 uses, we actually do have an ebook that can provide that information for you. So if you want that, get to the person who invited you here, and we can get you that information. We have a zero waste, sustainable product that lasts 20 plus years. So it's reducing the single plastic, waste and really fighting the plastic pandemic. The Kangen machine is award-winning Japanese water technology. It's also leading now in the EMF protection. And there's a huge market opportunity here. There's only 3 million Kangen water machines out there sold worldwide, so there really is a huge market for them. And we have offices globally, so this is a global opportunity, and they're continuing to expand. And the company Enagic, we originated in Japan, in Okinawa to be exact, which is historically known for longevity. So they're actually called the Land of Immortals because Okinawans are known to have less cancer, less heart disease, and dementia. And the women there in that town, they actually live longer than any other woman on the planet. So I feel like that really goes to show like how much they are, really valuing their health and wellness. So become a part of the movement. So water ionizers are expected to grow like 8.7% every year until 2032. Like I said in the previous slide, there's only 3 million of them on in the world. So the company is really, really expected to grow over the next up until 2032, and I'm sure beyond that. I had to think about what year is it over the next like 7 years. And just look here, like this is huge proof right here, right? Look at the NFL. We're all familiar with the NFL, the music industry, the movie industry, the organic food industry, right? Has that not blown up recently? Video gaming industry, wellness industry, 5.6 trillion. Like that's insane. After everybody most of us probably had health scares or really had just, it kind of was like, hey, you shouldn't take your health for granted whenever the pandemic happened. So basically around like 2020 and on, people have really become a lot more aware of their health and their wellness, and they're trying to maybe even reverse some things that they have going on. And the direct sales industry, which we are part of the Direct Sales Association, is a $200 billion industry. So people will sometimes say, well, like who's buying, who's actually buying and who's joining? And I kind of have to chuckle a little bit because the health and wellness industry, look at these numbers, and then the direct sales industry. So there's really no question here, that whether this is going to be sustainable or not. So unlocking your true health and your wealth with this strategy, when you start with 4 products, and I will say that these numbers are in Australian currency, but there's not very much difference between Australian and US. The US dollar, it would be a little bit more, but just so you guys know, these are Australian dollars. So when you come in with the 4 products, or sometimes some people will come in with 2 Anespas. If you have 2 showers, you have one for your master shower, and then your kids have one. You don't want your kids bathing in the chlorine either. So you may get 2 Anespas, whatever is going to work out best for your family. You would have your K8, and then you would have your Ukon. So when you do 4 products, when you start your first, you come in with your first, and then you would actually sell the other 3 products back to yourself, so you're earning commissions on that. So it's really cool that the company allows you to do that. And you would get around, and again, here it says like 656 in Australian immediate commissions. Depending on how you come in, it can be up to about $1,000 that you end up getting back, which is really cool just for starting your business and getting those products in your home for your family. So your first 5 quad sales in your organization would be 15,000. I would say it's probably going to be closer to like 20-ish. So really only 5 sales. You would end up you would definitely have your return on investment back at that point. And your next 6 quad sales after that are going to be, I would say, probably closer to 50,000 in commissions, which is really cool. I mean, that's only 11 sales. So it's really, really incredible, the opportunity that we have here. So, and as you can see in the black, another 10 sales to earn 100K in commissions in total. And in total 21 quad sales. So 21 quad sales would get you to that 100K. And really with the 21, it's going to be over 100K because of the conversions here for USD. Most of you are probably in the US who are watching this right now. And so the company actually pays out over 50% in commissions to its distributors. Like they literally are so generous. Like they've been offering like all these bonuses to people who come in and start their business, and they're just constantly giving back to us. I feel like they just keep trying to think of how can we pay them more. So again, this slide is in Australian dollars. So just so you know, it will be a little bit more as in the US currency, but this is just a little look into how it works. So you have in indirect sales, you're getting paid down. It works kind of like real estate. If you are familiar with real estate, how you have a broker and then the broker has realtors that work under them. And so the realtors, they sell something, the broker is actually going to earn a percentage of it, right? So it really goes down and over. So when you come in, say you come in with 1 product, and say you didn't get a quad, you come in with 1 product, you have someone in your 1A lane, they bought a K8 from you. So that's what you would earn. And then another K8, that's what you would earn. Somebody comes in, and then it jumps over to your 2A lane. Jess gives you 800 bucks. And then Jess just comes in and she's absolutely killing it. And she sells a bunch of K8s right here. And then she fills up your 2A lane. And then you're jumping up a lane again and to Bob. So then you're jumping up in commissions. And again, this is kind of just to show you a little bit of like the structure and how it works. You don't have to necessarily understand it right now. But literally for direct sales with just the one product, not necessarily a quad, could give you 2,800 and say it would be more because it would be USD. And so these are numbers just to give you an idea of what is really possible here. And go ahead and look at these numbers. These numbers are in USD. I did change these ones. I didn't get the chance to change the other ones on the previous slides, but just to give you an idea here. So the trifecta is coming in with 3 products, and this is an example of what you would earn at each rank. Those are the ranks that I was just talking about on the previous slide. And so these are the ones if you were to come in with 4 products. So if you really just look at the numbers and see like how cool and like how incredible and how easy it really could be to come in and make $10,000, build up to $20,000 a month. Like there's just the possibilities here really are uncapped. And that's something that like it really stood out to me whenever I saw the compensation plan and the opportunity. That's why I was like, oh my gosh, like I would be silly not to capitalize on this opportunity. So the generational wealth that Danielle was talking on earlier, this is how this works. So when you rank up to 6A, and they give a bunch of bonuses when you rank up as well. So when you get to 6A, they give you a $3,000 bonus, and then it just continues to go up from there. When you hit 6A2-3, you get a $25,000 bonus, and then the really cool thing is that you would get $5,000 per month for the rest of your life, and then that is willable to your children for 3 generations, you guys, 3 generations. So can you imagine having something like this to have for the rest of your life, but then be able to know that like your children are going to be taken care of, your grandchildren, your great grandchildren are going to be taken care of, that's something that can be left to your family, that you were literally leaving a legacy. And this right here, yes, the numbers on the previous slide really stuck out to me, especially as a nurse. They stuck out to me whenever I saw this opportunity, but like knowing that I can get here and I have, this is locked in for me and my family's future for generations to come is really cool. And, it's not that I know some of you might be thinking right now, well, that's really cool, but that's only for like not that many people get there. I can tell you there's a lot of people that have unlocked this, and there's people who are even up here. Like there's a couple people that are even up here and here. It's yes, it is going to take work to get there, but it is possible. I'm telling you, it is possible. And like I said, it goes up each rank that you go. So can you imagine like getting here, having a $400,000 bonus and then having $40,000 monthly just given to you for the rest of your life and your family's life? And then that doesn't even include $40,000 a month. That doesn't even include what's coming in passively from the team that you've built too. So I mean, if you're catching the vision here, like it's this compensation plan is mind-blowing. Like it's very, very powerful, as you can see. And it's okay if you don't understand it now. It does get a little bit confusing, but like the whole point of us showing you this part is just so you can really catch the vision and like understand what is possible here. All right. I think Rachel, it's your
Okay. Woo, thanks, Ellie. How's everyone feeling? This is a lot of information that we've thrown at you, I know, and it can be a little overwhelming. But I want everyone to just take a deep breath and relax because I don't want you going into information overload. We're almost to the end and we're about to show you just how simple this can be and why it really can work for you. So, like Ali said on that last slide, a lot of times, I know myself included, you watch these webinars and you're like, yeah, that sounds great, but there's no way I could do it, or that's not me, or I'm not that person. But everybody is capable of this. And even though it's a lot of information, it's really not as complicated as it probably feels right now. So, again, deep breath, relax. don't go into information overload. And just remember, whoever invited you here is there for all your questions. Um, we would love to answer your questions. So you're going to be supported all the way through this process and even after you're on the team. You're never on your own in this. So that said, let's take a look at traditional MLM versus how we create our leveraged income. So in a traditional MLM structure, you have monthly quotas that you're required to meet. If you don't perform to those quotas, you can lose rank. Usually, not always, but generally with traditional MLM, we're talking low ticket. So your commissions are $20 to $150 per sale on average. Regular product auto ships, low ticket. You don't have any legacy income, which is that generational bonus income that Ali was talking about on the last slide. There's lots of licensing fees and minimum quotas, again, that you have to meet. You're required to do a lot more recruiting than selling. It's all about bringing people in and less about the direct sales and really the faith and utilization of the product that you're claiming to stand behind. Versus our model, our leveraged income model, there are no quotas. You're not getting kicked out if you don't sell a certain amount of products or push a certain amount of sales. You never lose rank. I've spoken to several people in since I came into this opportunity. I've spoken to several people within Enagic that have had to take time off for family reasons or because they were still working a full-time job and it just got to be too much. And they just had to step back for a little bit. They stepped back for a little bit. They came when they were ready right back in and started working their business and picked up right where they left off. You're never going to lose rank with Enagic or be punished for not selling enough or not promoting enough. You're making, again, like Ali said, $400 to $7,000 commissions because this is high ticket affiliate. You have generational wealth building, which we went over in the last slide, and it's all about attracting, not recruiting. So you're not calling your friends and family, you're not hassling your neighbors or every person that you come across at a gas station. You are learning to just really promote your own belief in these offers and the great qualities that they have and everything that they can contribute to somebody's life, and that this whole opportunity can contribute to somebody's life, and then let that person come to you.
I do have one thing to add about this, Rachel, if you don't
Yeah,
mind.
absolutely.
Being coming from low ticket before I found this opportunity, it's really sad. I don't know how many of these people that are watching this have, or if you're coming from low ticket, or maybe you have friends, family, whatever that are involved, and if you know about it at all. A lot of these companies are either going bankrupt and they're basically, just closing their doors on the people that, have been working with them for so long and promoting the products and making them money. And or a lot of them are going to an affiliate model, which is, still affecting people quite a bit who have really put their blood, sweat, and tears and their life into the organization. They have closed their doors in some way, and turned into an affiliate offer, which then still isn't very stable when they got accustomed to like the old MLM way and they were earning like bonuses and things like that. So kind of just something to think about that I wanted to throw out there that kind of just came up for me, because the company that I was with actually just changed to that and it affected a lot of people. So this is something that is stable. You don't ever lose your rank. And again, the company has a 50-year track record, and we have a 500-year vision for the future. So it is sustainable and we are not going anywhere.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Ellie, for adding that with your experience. It's good to hear firsthand somebody who's been there. All right. So, like I said, we don't do the kitchen parties and recruiting and bugging your family. Um, Although, if some of our friends and family are probably on this call tonight, but it's not because we were bugging you. It's because we believe in this and we want this for you. But really, what we go off of is attracting leads to the offer. We let the offer do the talking for us, because we have the right offer. We know that we have the right offer. We know how great this is, and we know how much people are going to want it. So we do social media strategies, lots of work on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all of those platforms. You optimize your socials with content that speaks to an audience that you want your offer to be seen by. And you get all of this in the mentorship of the larger community that we were speaking about. You're going to learn from top social media experts in the industry. We teach you both organic and paid advertising strategies. We're here to hold your hand every step of the way, and you have huge resources from the bigger global community. You don't need any prior experience on social media or in network marketing, and you don't need a huge audience. So, like I said, social media, education, automation, duplication. We use paid or organic marketing to bring hungry buyers to you. Again, we're working with people who are already attracted to this offer. They already want to hear what you have to say. You don't have to, there's no nervousness or awkwardness around the offer, because people are talking to you about it because they want it, because they're interested. You let them watch a master class just like the one you're watching now. And then if they like what they see, they book a call in with our team. They invest in their own wellness products, like Ali just went over. They get started with their own products that are going to best suit them and serve their and their family's needs. They activate a distributor ID to sell 3 of those 4 products to themselves, or however they decide to get started. Um, and then they launch their business and start receiving mentorship inside the academy and generating an income. So now that we have the right offer and a way to get that offer in front of buyers, it's time to automate that offer, because again, we are doing leveraged income. This is all about leveraged income. That is the end game. That is the end of that roadmap that we talked about in the beginning. We want this puppy working when you sleep. You're going to put in a lot of work on the front end, and then it's going to work for you after that. All right. That's the concept. So automating your offer to make sales 24/7. We're going to use a system that does all the heavy lifting so that you don't have to. You're going to get your systems in place and be making sales even when you're not actively there selling. That's going to allow you the time flexibility that you're looking for. Without automation like this, if you're having to be on every single sales call, if you're having to have every single conversation and be in every single message to answer every single question, you don't have that time leverage that allows you to do what you want and have more freedom, which is what we're all looking for, right? That's why we're on this call to begin with. So we let those systems work for us. We let them run in the background and use them to scale our organization. The sales calls can be done for you if that's something that you need or want. And that automation process can take your customer all the way through a sales qualification and take the call on your behalf and get them set up with exactly what they need without you having to be right there to do it. So your journey to success starts here. You're not alone. You've got the right support, the right tools. The next step is just yours to take, because like we said earlier, if you're not changing it, you're choosing it. So all you have to do is make that choice to get started. One of my favorite quotes of all time is, it actually comes from Eddie Pinero. If you're familiar with him, he's a great motivational speaker. He has a great podcast. And one of the things that he says, and like, I feel like he says it in every single podcast, but that might just be my imagination. But he likes to say, you are always one choice away from the rest of your life. So basically, every decision is your decision to make. All right. So this is the Academy. It's the leading educational platform to become a wellness affiliate. This is the the larger global community that we are partnered with. It gives you all the tools, resources, mentorship that you need to become a successful wellness affiliate with Enagic. And you're paying less than a coffee a day to be part of this Academy program. You have onboarding to get you powerfully set up from day one. They give you step-by-step guides to setting up your social media, to how to have conversations. They give you business building strategies. And it's all through self-paced courses that help you launch your business. And the best part of this is that the founders of this academy, who are also Enagic distributors, their names are Christy and Clint, and they really, really, really believe in the learn as you earn strategy. So they want you, or I'm sorry, earn as you learn strategy. So they want you out there making money. They don't want you spending a ton of time educating yourself and getting started. So they have set up all of these business building courses that are self-paced for you to be growing your business as you're learning the next step, and already making sales with somebody there to help you and support you until you're ready to fly on your own. You get custom sales pages and done for you webinars and funnels. You get exclusive monthly master classes, and we have lots of live events and unrivaled mentorship. We actually just entered into the Thrive Mentorship program for the 2025 year that kicked off last week. And so far, there has been amazing, amazing information and resources in that mentorship program. So this is really a great resource to have.
All right, thank you, Rachel. So I am going to talk about another platform that we use as well. It's called Unipro, and it's also partnered with High Level, which is a CRM. It's basically like a place where you keep track of all the people that you talk to and all your business activities and everything. Like this is basically a virtual assistant for your Facebook, and it's a lead generation platform. So this is an all-in-one, like one-stop shop type thing. A little recently, I say recently time, I'm so bad with time. But I was kind of thinking like maybe I need to hire a virtual assistant. I'm starting to get busier with things, and I stumbled upon this, and it's been really, really great. It's helped with the virtual assistant tasks and also helped me with my lead, not only my lead generation, but keeping track of my leads, because I had kind of been going back and forth with like figuring out, what was going to work for me. And this is literally just an all one-stop shop, and it keeps everything all intertwined. So your stuff's not some over here, some's over there. Then you're going to open up this program, like it's all, and it actually connects to your Facebook, which is really cool. It pulls information from Facebook. So like it does a lot of really cool stuff for you. So lead generation, like I said, automatic reply, automatic reciprocity, which just means like engaging, because as we know, the algorithm, like the more when you engage, your posts get boosted out to those people, and so people are actually seeing your content. It can send out messages for you. It can message, it can reply back to people's messages. There's content planners, custom funnels. There's education. There's actually a really great community tied to this platform as well, and with TFE, the Academy, the one that Rachel just went over, we have an amazing community there as well. So there's two communities you can be plugged into, because that's how we really, really thrive here as part of our community and the support. So I don't want to go too far into this, but just know that this is something else that can really, really help you automate your business. And this platform as well also has an affiliate offer attached to it. So, if you're talking to a friend and you're like, hey, I'm using this, and they want to check it out, hey, there's another revenue stream for you, because as we know these days, the more revenue streams you have, the better.
Okay, so I also at the beginning kind of talked about how I was really pulled to the group of, um, Allie and my mentor, Abby, and the power of the mentorship and the community that this group offers. It is amazing to say the least. The Academy itself it has been built by the top 1% earners in the industry on four core values that are community, celebration, contribution, and collaboration. So, with community, we join the top organizations globally, a network of like-minded individuals where support and connection are at the heart of everything that we do. We also believe in celebrating every win. So, big or small, we are celebrating it. The platform is designed to recognize and uplift your achievements every step of the way. Success is about more than just personal gain. So we are giving back. The Academy empowers you to make meaningful impact through your work and your success. And collaboration, you don't have to do it alone. They foster a collaborative environment where shared ideas and experiences lead to greater results. And I can say, coming into it, I am just dipping my toes into the first part of this community and starting within the last few weeks. And it's very much just a breath of fresh air to see such, honestly, mentorship and the community come together to support one another. So CY members of our community partnered with this ultimate offer. So here's the next slide will be some testimonials, and I'll just read a few of them. But this person, Robin, says that they saw the opportunity and realized straight away it was a win-win. We win with our health and our wealth, which we talked about over and over again throughout this whole entire webinar, is that, we're going to win with our health and then adding in wealth. You cannot go wrong. This Rose says that she chose it for the complete package, and that is health, wealth, impact, commission, flexibility, sustainability, and company ethos. So she's not wrong. There's every bit of health, wealth, impact, and then obviously we're making a commission, but also the sustainability that Allie had talked about. I know that a lot of us worry, is it going to stick around? I had somebody ask me today, can it be full time? Is this something that I could do, instead of my 9 to 5 or day job? Yes, absolutely. We're not going anywhere. There's a 500-year vision, as Allie had talked about. So there's not any thought that things are going to go anywhere anytime soon. So if everything that we have said is a yes, and a heck yes, and you're ready to jump completely in like I did, step one would be to book a discovery call. So that can be with us or a discovery call through the academy, but you would click the button below the master class and book the discovery call within the next 24 hours. Then once you complete the discovery process before your call, that will be just different forms and stuff to really dig deep into your why. And it is a powerful experience where you can get super clear on why this opportunity is important for you right now. And then step three is get started. So once you have your discovery call, then you can unlock your true health and wealth through the leveraged income. So then the way that we really kind of work with each other and our leads to get you started in your business the right way, we have you get an LLC. So for me, it was a little bit easier because I already had one, but then this way you have a legit business entity and can qualify for your tax write-offs and business credit. And so then that brings us to step two, where you open your business credit and your accounts. So using your business credit, that will allow you to invest and make the purchases for your business without affecting your personal credit score. And this allows you to utilize OPM to get started quickly. So basically, you're investing with your business accounts and you're investing in your products for your business. And then purchase your products. Utilize your new business credit to purchase your products, which unlocks an Enagic distributor ID, so then that you can start making sales. So join a global community of like-minded change makers.
All right, and I'm gonna wrap this up for you all. So before we get into these bonuses really quickly, I want you to come back to the reason why you were attracted to this at first, why did you want to learn more, and really just let all of this information sink in. Go back to the, pause, go back and, rewatch things if you need to. Reach out to us and get your questions answered, get into the discovery process, even if you're, a little bit on the fence. And really just think about the power in this opportunity here, not only for your finances, but for your health and the impact that you can make on others. So I'm really excited that I get to share these bonuses with you all. So you have 3 chances to qualify for bonuses. So the first bonus would be by booking your call within 48 hours of this masterclass, whether it's from 48 hours of us sending it to you or when we drop it in our Facebook group, but you will qualify to get and you will receive a free personal development book of choice. The next one would be if you start your LLC while you're on the call with us, we will give you a gift card of your choice. And then if you start your business within 2 weeks of this whole process of getting your call, and you start your business within that 2 week time frame, you will be eligible for a 30-day mentorship program. And depending on when the time of you're watching this, because this is a pre-recorded video, you may end up qualifying for an additional bonus from the company. I can tell you right now, it is January 2025, and they are actually offering some really incredible bonuses for people who get started with 4 products. It's one, basically getting started with one for yourself and then making 3 direct sales within 7 days of starting, which is basically purchasing your quad. You can get up to, I think it's about $2,000 right now, and it kind of it just there's some things that vary in there, but it's about up to $2,000 extra on top of what you would already get back in your commissions to yourself. So, I mean, you could essentially be getting back almost $3,000 just for starting your business, you guys. Like, where else can you find that? I'll wait. Like, this opportunity is just absolutely unheard of. So, and like I said, the company is constantly giving back to us. So really, really incredible bonuses. And we are going to be wrapping this up right now. So we're going to leave you with this quote. We've been giving you all these wonderful quotes throughout this webinar. So go back and look at the quotes and let them sink in. There are 7 days in a week, but someday is not one of them. How many of you have said, someday I'll do that? Someday I'll do this. Someday I'll go start that thing. Someday I'll change my job. Someday I will do things that bring me joy. Someday isn't going to come. It's going to pass. The days just keep going by. Your life's not going to get any easier. Your life's not going to slow down. You're not going to get any less busy. Now is the time, you guys, right now. So I highly encourage you to get back to the person who invited you here, get into the discovery process. It costs you nothing but except for a little bit of your time to go through that and do the videos, get clear on your vision and what you really want for your life, how this could fit into your life, and also for you to have a free call with either one of us or with a digital business specialist in our academy. And that way you can really get all of the information, you get all of the facts, all the information, and you've done your due diligence to see if this is something that you want to move forward with. I strongly encourage you to at least go through the discovery process after you've watched this, so that way you'd be doing yourself a disservice if you don't do that. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. We are so excited to support you along your journey. Rachel and Danielle, do you have anything to add?
I don't think so. Not at this time. I agree. Definitely take that free moment to book your discovery call. That's not going to do anything but help you. So, and help you make that decision to change your life.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would just say, you know, we talk we spoke a lot about mindset and stuff tonight in this webinar, and just don't look for reasons why this won't work for you. Think of your why this needs to change, why you need a totally different life, why you want to unlock total freedom, and then let us help you figure out all of the obstacles, because there's an answer. Um, our team, within our team, we have people who met all kinds of different hurdles, and we found ways over them for each one of us, and we can help you over them as well. So don't focus on why this won't work for you. If this is what you want, if you want total freedom in your life, then just commit to it, jump on a call with us, and we will help you over the hurdles.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, Rachel. Yes, I love that. Well, all right, that is the end of our presentation. Get in touch with your sponsor, get into the discovery process, and we look forward to supporting you all. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.
Bye.